started the week by taking a walk by the Yarra River, skirting the Alexandra Gardens, and following the main Yarra Trail, where it wasn't interrupted by construction work. Crossing over the Swan Street Bridge to the North Bank, I got a glimpse of the Rod Laver Arena. Guided tours through the backstage areas of the arena were unfortunately not being offered while I was in Melbourne due to various redevelopment work in the arena and Melbourne Park. This was still continuing when Roger Federer won his 6th Australian Open and 20th Grand Slam a few months down the road. Walking back towards the CBD, I passed the Melbourne Forum, the event venue with its eclectic Moorish revival facade, designed, incidentally, by the Austrian-born immigrant to the USA, John Eberson, before walking up Russell Street to Burke Street. From there, I took the 96 tram on my northernmost excursion, all of 12 stops after leaving the CBD, way up Nicholson Street to Brunswick East to have lunch at Pope Joan. Pope Joan is famous for its all-day breakfast dishes, and that was what I was after. My choice fell on their eggs Florentine, which translated to poached eggs with hollandaise on an English muffin, with green onion, fried kale, ham, and some fresh goat cheese crumbled over. Before I ordered a suitable brunch dessert, I wandered around the interior garden, which was most definitely awaiting much warmer weather before any patrons would be sitting outside. In fact, my few minutes outside without my jacket left me a bit chilled, so I was relieved the pineapple upside-down cake with cinnamon caramel glaze was served warm. I was just able to get a macchiato before Pope Joan closed at 3 for the afternoon. Two long southbound tram rides brought me to Domain Road, on the southern edge of the Royal Botanic Gardens, where I intended to spend the rest of the afternoon. I love trees, and was delighted to find signs giving botanical laymen like me all the information I needed. Somewhere I read statistics on how many plants native to Australia can be seen in the gardens, but I didn't make a note of the figure. Later on, I learned that I had entered the gardens halfway down the Australian Forest Walk. Some of these clips show trees I'm not likely to see anywhere else, and I won't clutter the views with unnecessary comments. I also appreciated learning more about wattles, having had wattle seed ice cream 2 nights earlier at Cumulus Inc., as well as about how little of Australia is actually forested. On the whole, I have the layman's, what you might call aesthetic appreciation of tree features like bark texture or color, or the grouping of leaves or branch structure, without having any basic knowledge of dendrology. I'm also a sucker for dramatic sunsets, and on my meanderings through the gardens found plenty of late afternoon vistas, both through exotic foliage, as well as across lawns between the skyscrapers, a panorama mixture we don't get in Vienna, to satisfy this liking. But as it was getting late, I was also getting hungry. Howard's suggestion for the night after Li Ho Fook was something simpler, and we were booked into the S.P.Q.R. Pizzeria on Liverpool Street in the CBD. I filmed these shots of the street on another day when there was more light. We didn't need much time to order. I went for a pizza bianca, so no tomatoes in the mix, with homemade pork and fennel sausage, fior di latte mozzarella, and friarielli, the bitter green vegetable typical of Campania, similar to cime di rapa. Howard got the pizza amatrice, with San Marzano tomatoes, guanciale, chili, and pecorino. Both pizzas were excellent. We got a Caesar salad on the side, and after an opening stone and wood lager from Byron Bay, we got a very satisfying Sangiovese Cabernet so-called Super Tuscan Firebird from Nova Vita Wines in the Adelaide Hills of South Australia. A digestive walk was in order after all that, so I got off the tram at the Arts Precinct stop, where I enjoyed the nighttime lighting of the NGV before walking the rest of the way home. I never did make it to the Dior exhibit, by the way.